Hi, I wanted to talk a little bit about doing things you're scared of because I just did something that was completely nerve-wracking to me, which is speaking to adults because I have no problem talking with kids all day, but I definitely struggle with presenting to adults, and so I just presented at the Arrow Conference, which is the Alternative Education Revolution Organization's conference this year, on rethinking what it means to be educated and focusing on creativity, collaboration, and critical thinking skills. And essentially, it was an hour and 15-minute presentation. And I was so nervous because I haven't had to present in that capacity in years, or even to present on Zoom, because when I was teaching online, we used Google Classroom. And so it was so super nervous. But now that it's over, I'm just like elated that I actually did it and overcame that fear of speaking in front of adults. But also I said I was so grateful to the people who came to my presentation, and I just said thank you so much. I was so nervous because this is my first time ever speaking in this capacity, and the one guy was gave me the nicest compliment and said I had no idea that this was your first time ever speaking like this, because you did such a good job, and I shared some amazing resources. And so I just I feel really proud of myself right now because I did something that I was super terrified of. And I think sometimes we get in this mode of just going with the flow and don't ever push ourselves, and it's when we begin to push ourselves that we actually learn and we actually step up to that higher level. And so if you're never doing something that you're scared of, then you're really not going to ever push yourself to become better. And so I think that we should always do something that we're scared of, or at least have certain things that we're a little bit terrified of to push us to do something. Because when we do that, then we all of a sudden have this elation, oh, I can do something that I never thought I could do. And I watch my daughter do this when she's skateboarding, and she at first I got a video Facebook memory the other day of her and her friend on the first days on their skateboards at the skateboard park, and I just look at how scared they were, and how they were barely even able to just stand on the board and push. And now she's excelled whatever skills I had as a skateboarder when I was a kid. And just it's unbelievable how far you can come when you start to do something that you're scared of. And something that you're scared of can be different things in all different areas. And so even in sports, or in something you're scared of in a business entrepreneurship, or in speaking in front of people, or just putting your true authentic self out there, those things are scary because it might not work out the way you hoped, but it could work out even better than you hoped. And I think that we truly have so much capacity to do amazing things, but we need to overcome those fears and overcome any fear that we have that's holding us back from actually going out and achieving what we really want. And maybe even it is in relationships where you're scared of relationships, and because you've been hurt in the past, or you're terrified because of certain things, of certain traumas that you've had in your childhood. And yet having relationships can be the most wonderful and most one of the best things that happens to you. And I know that sometimes I get scared of relationships because I'm divorced, and I've had a couple relationships since my divorce, and I'm super grateful for them. But I also get scared of what if this doesn't work again? And really I need to be okay with just putting myself out there and being authentically me. But sometimes there's those fears. There's those fears of, what if I'm not good enough? What if I don't do this well enough? What if people don't like me? What if, but I need to just stop that and be everything's always working out for me. And when I fail, quote unquote, fail at something, that's just actually something that's going to help me learn. and to fail forward into to being a better version of myself, and to learn along the way. Because even babies learning to walk, they fall and then they get back up again, and they fall and then they get back up again, and they fall and then they get back up again, and then eventually they know how to walk. And if you view what you've accomplished even so far in life, it's all about failing and then trying again, and then failing and then trying again. And we learn the most when we actually have to try things a few times and try things in different ways. And I just want to empower people to trust themselves, and to take a step out there, and to do something that's going to help you overcome your fears.